burdened. But this little plane came and it was balancing the plane up. And when the plane went like this little plane went like that under that wing. And when it went like this, the little plane went like this. And it balanced that plane and it continued to navigate it to where it was going. And then as the big plane was about to take its landing, the little plane came right behind the big plane and looked to make sure that it landed safely. And that big plane landed safely. And in my dream, looking at that scene, I was very scared. I was afraid. I was like, oh my God, look at what they're going through in the sky. All this turmoil. Are they going to make it? Oh my God. But this little plane was quite impressive to see that it was guiding and making sure that everything was okay. And then when the big plane landed, the little plane landed behind. And in the dream, I remember I got up and I walked over to the big plane to look through the window to see what was going on, because I said maybe those people are all afraid and they're shaking and they're crying and there's confusion in there. But when I looked into the big plane, all the passengers were all asleep and they were now getting up. And when I looked at the little plane, there were two men that came out all dressed in white, dressed uniformed like soldiers, walking. And I looked at them and I said, I must see who they are really. And I ran over to look at them and I said, oh my God, you're so amazing for what you did for the passengers in this big plane. Well, end of the dream. You know what? That big plane was me. I felt burdened. I felt I had so much on my plate. The only other help I had was my husband, who was always there to support me, to encourage me, to bring the music equipment to my event. He did a video work for me. He did a lot of things to help me. But you know what? At the end of it all, the conference was a tremendous success. Nobody would have ever thought that I was struggling.
That's always the good part.
I had fear. And that I was going through so much emotions. But at the end of the day, when they looked, they saw a beautiful project, a beautiful conference. The first event launched for bringing out the best you. I got vendors nationally from Atlanta, Georgia. I got vendors from out of New York State, like New Jersey, Connecticut. They all came in. They traveled from long distance to come
to be here.
So on the first event launch for bringing out the best you, automatically I was sold out with all my tickets for vending.
We'll hold that thought. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel. It's Iodelle. Right before the break, matter of fact, you were talking about how great of a success your first year event was. National sponsors from outside of the state. Like you said, nobody would have known that you had a struggle.
Yeah.
No one saw the sweat. No one saw any of that stuff. They just saw beautiful event, day of, everything in place. At the end of that event, how did you really feel?
Well, I felt accomplished. I felt great to see that the vendors were happy, They made a lot of sales at the event. The consumers that came in, they talked about it. They gave it great reviews. They said it was a very professional event. It was very sophisticated. It was very classy, the way that it was done. They felt that they were in a safe environment. Everybody was like family that came together. There was a lot of unity involved. And that has a lot to do with faith and prayer and trusting in God and having Him direct me in terms of what I do. Because everything that I do with Best Leaders Consulting, and somebody might say, oh, she's crazy for saying this, but I prayed for Best Leaders Consulting salvation.
Of course.
I dedicated it to the Lord as I would dedicate my life to the Lord, and I said the salvation prayer of accepting Jesus Christ into my heart and allowing Him to take control of my life. I did the same thing for Best Leaders Consulting. I dedicated it to the Lord. I invited Jesus to come into Best Leaders Consulting and take control of this organization and lead it in the direction where God is leading it to be in, because it really and truly came out of Him, the vision that He's given to me. And and one other thing, if I am to say something to encourage the viewers, is that I was looking at this YouTube video. Cornell Powell, his name is. He's a military figure, authority. He was talking one day about fear. He says one thing in the military is that when you feel fear, you never show it.
Right.
You never show it. No matter how you may feel in terms of what you're doing, always make sure that you keep your position, that others around you will not feel it or see it. So that's one thing for me in business, that no matter what, I always project positivity. I always project confidence. I always project strength and the best. Always. Because the standard has to be high, and in order for my business to be where it needs to be, that's what I project. And the kind of businesses that I'm trying to attract to be a part of Best Leaders Consulting, believe it or not, they're the best. They're the best.
I believe it. So let's talk about the Winter Ball before we run out of time. I want to make sure everyone knows that I told you at the end of the program, we'll definitely hook you up with something nice. Of course, the Winter Ball.
Yes.
It's coming up. It's holiday season. Fill us in on that.
Okay. So the Winter Ball is a spin-off from the Beauty, Health, and Wellness Conference and Expo. A lot of the businesses that attended the Beauty, Health, and Wellness Conferences says, why don't you do this event twice a year? So I said, okay, in order for me to do this event twice a year, I would not do it under the same title, and I will switch it up and change it up a little bit more, because the Beauty, Health, and Wellness Conference and Expo focuses mostly on beauty, health, and wellness businesses, but the Winter Ball focuses broad-based businesses.
Of course.
All businesses are welcome at the Winter Ball. This is an opportunity for them to come out, to network. Vendors are welcome to come and sell their products and services, because this is also a Christmas holiday shopping spree. So it's twofold. There's two part of it. It's a shopping aspect, and then there's a business professional networking aspect. And also, businesses can sponsor this event to talk about their accomplishments for the entire year, because this is an end of the year event. So what they do is come to this event, they can sponsor this event and do brief presentations to talk about what they have accomplished. They can also award employees at this event, and also if they choose to vend, sponsorship also entails vending, so they can have a table set up where they can give out their information. And it's a great opportunity for other businesses to learn about them. And it's a good opportunity for them to, present high performance employees with awards, so that people can see, who these employees are. And employees will feel, appreciated, that not only the people that they work with know about them, but other people in the community know about their work. So it's a great way for them to raise employees' morale by doing something like that. I would like to encourage the community to come out and support this event and all the businesses that will be attending this event. We will have fashion shows, we will have hair shows, there will be musical performances, dances. There's an entertainment aspect, and also we have a DJ who will provide playing music so people can dance and have a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And as far as the shopping, I really encourage our community to come out and support our small businesses. We're having vendors from not only New York, but we have vendors that are registered from other states as well. And we have a Canada vendor that came to our last conference that is returning for the Winter Ball as well.
And that's great because, it just shows a lot of good things that are going on. And what's the date on that? I believe it's December 12th?
It's December 12th. No, December 2nd.
Oh, 2nd.
It's from 6:30 to 11:30 p.m.
Right, December 2nd.
Saturday, December 2nd, 6:30 to 11:30 p.m.
And where can they get tickets?
They can get tickets online on my website at www.bestleadersconsulting.org.
Iodelle, thank you so much for this here today. It's been amazing having you on, and I look forward to having you back again. You're absolutely amazing, guys. Make sure you check it out. December 2nd. You're going to want to go and have a great time. It's going to be an amazing day. Winter Ball. Don't forget to check it out. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, you can send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. I'm your host, Lydia Patel. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back again next week. Same time, same place. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us.
Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at jean@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.